Hello fellow data friends, let's talk about company headquarters. From the previous video, we know how important the headquarter location is. But how is the headquarter actually chosen? We need to pay attention to two concepts. First, which states are allowed to spawn the company headquarter. Second, which possible state is actually chosen as a company headquarter. Let's start with allowed spawn locations. This is Russia at game start. For demonstrational purposes, let me cheat. The fast build command makes building finish after 1 week, and we need the tech to unlock companies, so we research corporate charters. Russia can spawn Samara Premium Metalworks, and its location currently would be Samara. And the reasons for that is this arms factory. It is level 5 and government owned. All new companies need 5 corresponding buildings. Some companies will have bonus requirements, but you need 5 corresponding buildings in the same state. If I downsize the arm factory in Samara, we are not allowed to create the company anymore. But any 5 corresponding buildings in the same state will do. So if I build a tooling workshop, I am again allowed to create the company. But why only in Samara, you might ask? There are 5 tooling workshops in Moscow as well. That is correct, but these 5 workshops are not government owned. And we are on traditionalism. You need to own 5 buildings for the company unless you are using laissez-faire or cooperative ownership. Both establish companies by purchase. Note, if you must establish companies by purchase, then your government-owned buildings are not allowed to be used in the company creation process. Now, let me destroy the tooling workshop in Samara again. Now we are not able to create the company anymore. I will nationalize all 5 tooling workshops in Moscow, and we are allowed to create the metalwork company again, and the headquarter will be in Moscow. In this case, there's only one possible location for the company headquarter to spawn, so the location is obvious. But what if you have a very big economy, like this USA? We have about 400 million GDP. We can't destroy all buildings until we have only one possible location. So let's have a closer look at the location selection process. I will disband a company right now, so we can establish a new one. Let's use this textile company as an example. It has only one corresponding building, which is less confusing. The headquarter location will be Minnesota, but why? Let's open the building registry. Then we only want to see the textile mills. And we sort by productivity. The textile mills in Minnesota are on the 3rd rank, but not the 1st. But Delaware has only 2 building levels, not enough for a company. Mexico has only 3 building levels, and it is a foreign investment, not allowed for a company. So the textile mills of Minnesota have the highest productivity of all allowed states. Let's change the production method to test that theory. Now Nebraska is 3rd, but only has 1 building level. Maryland has 9 building levels, but 7 are government owned. In this safe game, the USA uses laissez-faire, so we must purchase a building for the company. But we cannot purchase 5 levels. Connecticut has only 2 levels, not possible. Texas has 7 levels and all are privately owned. Hence, we expect Texas as a new company headquarter. And indeed, Texas is a new company headquarter. But what happens when we have several corresponding buildings? This mining company has coal and sulfur mines. The headquarter would be Minnesota. Again, we open the building registry, then we filter for all corresponding buildings and sort by productivity. And the sulfur mines in Minnesota have the highest productivity. Let's change the production method. Now Iowa is best. And the company headquarter is indeed Iowa. So for companies with several corresponding buildings, it works the same. The company headquarter is always in the allowed state with the corresponding building with the highest productivity. So we can influence precisely in which state our headquarter will be in. Have fun with that information. If you haven't watched the main video about how to get big companies yet, click on the top video. Please consider liking the video if you haven't yet. Thanks for watching, I see you in the next one.